Okay, so this is another tournament, Warchief Club number 18. So first round in the bracket, I'm playing against capoch. So the same player that I played the other week. We're playing on Lipany. We're still playing the same matchup, Mongols against French. So here I try the strat, the horseman rush strat, and we'll kind of see how it goes from there. You can also see that the new UI has been updated, which is really cool. It's a lot more readable now. It's really awesome. I think that's a great change. Definitely makes it easy to watch the games. I don't have to click through players and know what's happening. So, two on wood, collecting wood, dropping my stable, and so I'm working on the horseman rush. Sending my con over to see what's happening. Catbox, he's building he's just doing his standard French build with everybody on food, dropping a house, and he is, I believe, scouting the map right now with two scouts. Yeah, so he always goes two scouts, and it's kind of crazy that because the French is such a strong civ. That faster civ production allows him to basically drop that scout and then still be able to beat me in terms of villager numbers. So super strong, but I am dropping my first knight. I've scouted out his gold, and it's out of range supposedly by a lot, but actually, I guess this indication of the TC's range is actually off because you get hit from one more tile out than what is being shown. But you guys will see that soon.
Finite.
So he's starting to collect gold, and I've seen this, so I'm just sending my con to keep collecting resources. I'm gonna start harassing him with my horseman. This was a super APM intensive game, I'm not gonna lie, and there was a lot of times you're gonna see when my wood here starts to catch up a lot, and it was not able to keep up. I wasn't able to keep up with my macro and my micro play at the same time, and it's really hard because in this beginning period, my horseman will get beat up by 3-4 villagers. They can knife him to death basically. So he's gathering his resources, and I'm doing what I can to kind of slow him down, and I have slowed him down a little bit. And yeah, it's slight lapses in my attention. And you see that my horseman's going up there, and it gets pulled by the villager, and then it gets shot down by the TC. So, yeah, it's just to slow down the French, you have to be this aggro, or just boom behind it. But as Mongols, you're not gonna be able to boom faster than they are. So it's kind of a rough spot for Mongols against French. I may in fact ban them the next time, but I really wanted to try the strat, and I know Capoch's a really good player, so this is a good indication of how well it will work out against people of high skill. So he's up to 17 villagers, and I have 14. So even though that he built two scouts with his TC. He is still, or a scout with his D. He's caught up to me in terms of villagers, and not just caught up to me, but he's passed me by 3. So it's pretty big. So he's off of the gold. So there's times where I'm able to slow down the progress a little bit of the gold production, but it doesn't matter a ton because of his presence here. And in this moment too, I guess I could have come up and I could have dropped a tower early too. I had the wood for it, so maybe that's something in the game or in the course of the match, you know, after that second horseman, is maybe you need to send a villager out to drop a tower out there. Because if I get a tower out here to have a place for my horsemen to garrison and to fight those first early knights, it's big, and I can really do a lot more damage. So, um, as much as I dislike tower rushing, I feel like it's not true. You see, I lose a lapse of attention, and I just lose in my units. And it's really hard when it's this close to their base, and that it looks like it's farther out from his range, but really the TC is able to hit me. So, he's doing a really good job here managing his micro and fighting me, but his first knight has come out, and I kind of again lapse in attention, and I don't know how that last arrow hit. It's kind of crazy the arrows on the TCs, but yeah. And now I've lost this position. I can't keep this aggro on him. I have to fall back, and he's gonna be booming behind us because he's dropping a raid, dropping a house, and he's sending a ton of villagers over on the gold because he's a little bit more gold starved than usual. So I guess there was definitely a period of time here that I could have dropped the tower and secured this position a lot better. And if I had secured the gold, he wouldn't have been able to do much against it. So maybe that's something I have to look about doing in the next fight. Or the next time I try it. It's if I have the horseman up, that's fine, but I gotta drop a tower, I guess. But it's just really unfortunate, because you know the bonus for the Mongols is you're dropping a horseman and you're a cav civ, but you really can't compete unless you're dropping infantry and a tower against these other civs. So it's kind of unfortunate. And if you do that super aggressive and you shut them down early, it's like it's an overpowering win. So yeah, kind of unfortunate. And I think for the next, you know, match, I think I did okay, but it's hard to figure out a proper strat against this, I guess. So he's got 2 knights out now. I'll try to pick up this one, but with the 2 knights, I'm not going to be able to sustain that fight. It's basically 5 horsemen against 1 knight, and you can guarantee a win without losing a horseman with a little bit of micro. But when it's against 2 of them, I don't have the numbers for it. So I can barely fight 1 knight as is. So I just pull back, and he just kind of starts a slow choke is which is what I usually do against opponents, is what he does to me. He can kind of pester me, my presence, and I can't do much about it. I needed to commit more villagers to gold. I also don't know why these villagers. Oh, okay. I was aging up. Okay. So I'm aging up with deer stones, and I got a bunch of villagers going on to wood right now. And there was definitely some opportunities for me to have game-changing moments. I just missed them. And you guys will see him here. He's gonna start collecting for a second TC. Our eco is, you know, now he's 7 villages ahead, which is pretty crazy. And I'm able to get a nice pick on 1 archer, I guess, here, but it's a little bit of a small lapse of his micro here, but nothing huge. And he's able to pick up a villager, so at the end, I think that villager is worth more than that archer. So now I'm kind of gold starved. I'm off of gold, and he's going hard for his stone right now. He really wants to get that second. That's the other thing. Against the French, you have to get textiles, and so that's another thing. If I have to get textiles again, I lose another villager and another villager behind. So it's crazy. Right now, I'm basically 11 villagers behind. Even though I've been basically producing villagers nonstop this whole match. and it's because he gets, you know, a 3-second advantage in terms of his things. Now here I started raiding his blacksmith, and he's starting to pump out a knight, and I pulled back, and I didn't see this town center. I pulled back and popped over, dropped something to build, and then I could have burnt this down, and that would have been huge. That would have been a huge amount of resources that he would have lost, and it's really unfortunate that I didn't get that. He would have at least canceled. You know, it might not have been able to burn down fast enough for him to lose the resources, but he would have definitely at least canceled. You know, here it's 5 versus 1 horseman. I kind of lose one because I stopped the play. I'm able to micro a little bit and take out some, but while I'm microing over there, he's raiding me over here, and so I kill his knight, get him off of gold again, and I'm burning down this house, sending everyone back to work. So, you know, my villagers get idled, I think, more than his though, and throughout the match. At this point, now my villagers are getting more raided and idled than his are, and I'm trying to kill some of his villagers here. It's just a pain. It's quite difficult, and he's got another knight out, and so I don't have the numbers to fight this knight here. So I've got only 4, and 2 of them are weak. I engaged just because I wanted to some damage here, but yeah, he's just one-shotting my knights with my horsemen, and this last one's not gonna be able to do it solo. So just kind of unfortunate. At the same time, he's got a nice mass here of four knights. So, and 2 more are coming up here. And his second TC is online, and it's on deer. So now the villager count, which is already way with a huge difference, is gonna get ridiculous. I wanted to drop blacksmith to trying to get some upgrades to help out my horsemen. I really, in retrospect, it's probably not worth it. And what I should have done was gone Mangadai, I think. I think I should have started pumping out Mangadai. I think that would have been good. Again, I was trying to be super aggro, and I couldn't maintain my APM and my attention, macroing and microing with him. You know, with all this aggro with the horsemen, and trying not to lose these early horsemen, which is really easy to do. Was a little bit too difficult. So we're just kind of harassing his knights here. I had misclicked and was rallying my villagers out to the open, unfortunately. But yeah, at this point, it's the differential in villagers is huge. He's got 52 and I've got 30. There's a 22 villager difference. It's just absolutely nuts. So France is just incredibly strong. It's not even funny. And in the Civ pick when we were going to play, it was either France or Abbasid. So either way, when we were playing, I was going to play against this very strong counter Civ, I guess. So I'm coming into raid again with these 6 horsemen. It's actually 7. And this is where I actually realized that TC was there. I hadn't noticed it earlier, unfortunately. So I get a little bit of easy bonus there. And I'm just, he's pulling villagers off. It's not even necessary. It's really, I think, just to pull me into range in his TC aggro. And I just have to kind of run around and retreat there. He doesn't have his forces, but he's got a small raiding force. He's also now got chivalry. So that's hard to deal with and fight against. So he's still kind of chasing me out here. Again, not sure why my horseman was over here and aggro's onto them running away from that far away. It's kind of unfortunate. It should have doubled back on its own. So I'm able to go into the stealth forest and lose him, which is a nice little bit of luck. But this game is 100% over. He's got a 30 villager lead. And I'm just trying to play a little bit defensively. I'm trying to get up to to Castle Age. I just don't have the gold to do it. I probably should have just pulled all these villagers off of wood. At least 10 of them, and started mining gold. Because at this point it was just it was bad what was happening. So I'm gonna kill one villager. I'm gonna burn down this house and kind of supply block him a little bit. While we're fighting here, he's starting to raid here, and you guys are gonna see my reaction time. It's late, a little late here, and again it's even later over here. So I was fighting him here, and then I wanted to save a couple of horsemen with some micro, and I couldn't. And he had a couple more knights show up. So it's just basically getting dominated by these knights. And he's knights are also they're veteran now. So there's a huge difference in strength. And I've got to age up. And by the time that I get enough gold and stuff to age up, it was way over. So I've got a ton of wood. And what I did is decided to go build a second TC up north here by a gold vein, just to try to do something. I got lucky. He doesn't see these little villagers. There's a small time window where he just missed it barely, which was nice. I still have my horsemen to the south here. So I'm gonna send them back to raid probably. Now he's got a huge mass. He's got a critical mass of 11 knights. That just burns down things super fast, and there's not much I can do about it. And they don't take much damage. So again, it's just so hard to do that aggression in Dark Age against a really good player. They'll just keep mining and they can kind of still fight you. So that kind of strat that I had worked out that I thought might work, it looks like it can. But it's super reliant that the gold is staying exposed, and it looks like you have to come in behind it and drop a tower for sure, 100%. Is the only way. So definitely picked up some things, I guess, and learned some things. But yeah, my villagers are stuck at 30, and he's got around 80. It's just hyper over. There's no coming back from this. And I probably could have GG'd now, but I just figured I'd stick around and play it, up to the end of it. So finally getting this up, the Castle Age up, and I'm sorry, this other TC up. And for me, I'm gonna produce a lot of villagers to collect gold because I couldn't get on this gold for anything, so he just kept raiding me. And now he has enough mass to burn down any tower I put up. He's just gonna burn it down so quick. Even if these were 6 Springwell towers right now, he could probably come down and burn down all 6 of them and trade out this force for that. So and then he would have the eco to re-put those horsemen out without an issue. So the French economy is no joke, that's for sure. I tried slowing it down early, I just couldn't do much in terms of stopping it. And so now I can see he's committing to this push. He's got 20 knights here, another 3 knights here. So this is what I was saying. So even if this was Springwolds, this would just what would happen anyways. So he's just coming in for the kill, and there's not much I can do about it. I do have enough gold here shortly to age up, and I barely just get the age up in time, but yeah, there's not much to say. It's nothing impressive at this point. So he's mining his gold, he's getting stone, he's dropping he's gonna drop a fortress over here. I guess we can watch that. Yeah, I finally have enough gold to age up, and I'm building up my step readout. He's burnt down my landmark here, but I got my step readout just in time. I did drop barracks. The guy's screwed. I'll just try to throw some spearmen out, but he won it handily, and we kind of saw the effectiveness of that horseman strat against him. So it was really cool to be able to try that strat out with him, and I think it needs some adaptation. I think there's definitely a good possibility of it working, but yeah, I gotta work out some more on it. I think there's a opportunity, a small window there where you can harass enough to keep him off, and he's going to get enough gold, and he might get enough gold to age up, at the cost of some villagers. But um, it looks like if you're playing against France, it's not worth going the horseman. It's worth just going straight spearman, and it's just kind of just how it is, unfortunately. Or behind it, don't even try to harass and just try to boom. You can't. It looks like it's basically impossible to go a cav presence against France early, because you'll just get out out macroed basically. You know, your eco won't be able to keep up with their eco. So um that was the match. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.